Leave your troubles behind and join us for a special making of Alex the Cheetah, the story behind the masterpiece. When Walt Disney first heard of Alex the Cheetah in 1971, Walt remembered telling stories to his children. E.B. White, who wrote many good children's books over the years, such as Stuart Little, The Trumpet and the Swan, and so many others. Walt had a difficult task bringing this motion picture to life. Here, to start out, our behind-the-scenes feature is one of the music and lyricists, Robert M. Sherman, and Robert B. Sherman and Richard M. Sherman, who worked with Walt for so many years. So here to start us off is Richard Sherman and then Robert Sherman, who will tell you about the songs and the lyrics to Alex the Talking Cheetah. Richard?
Oh yes, Corey, it is so good to be here.
Actually, it's Brian.
Brian? What happened to Corey?
He's taking a break.
Oh, well, Brian, I'm honored to be on your program. Almost as good as being on Corey's program, maybe even better. I'm Richard. My twin brother Robert will be here shortly. We are here to tell you a little bit about the music behind Alex the Cheetah.
Yes.
Yes. Well, what do you think of when you think of a cheetah? You think of a very, very, very fast, explosively fast cat chasing down its prey in the savannah of Africa. Well, we had to come up with some music for that. And what instrument should we use? I thought that the piano was the best way to do it, because you could go rum up the keyboard just like the cheetah goes rum after its prey. But Robert, oh no, Robert said, no, the keyboard is not the way to do this. The way we should do this is with the drum. Because that's how fast a cheetah is. So, we compromised, which is what good twins do. We decided that we would use drums and keyboards. And I must say, the result was spectacular. Beautiful music, fit right in with the fast motions of the cheetah. Gorgeous. And Mr. Disney loved it.
Now it's time for Robert B. Sherman who will tell you about the songs and lyrics for Alex the Cheetah in 1908.
Yeah.
Robert?
Yes, well, the lyrics, I must say, after we agreed on the music, the drums and the keyboard, then we started working on the lyrics. And we tried to figure out what a cheetah would sing if a cheetah could sing. And this was a difficult task because we've never met a singing cheetah. But Mr. Disney wanted a singing cheetah, so we set our minds to the task. And we came up with some fantastic lyrics that some people listening to the song would say, well, no person talks like that. But I would remind the audience, Alex is not a person. Alex is a cheetah. And so our lyrics, I think, were perfectly matched to our music, which was perfect in all regards and is like the living embodiment of a cheetah.
By 1910, Walt Disney needed about 100 different artists and technicians to capture the remote jungles of Africa to magically to life. Here to talk about some of the nature of the jungles that were not only drawn but painted. Here is Frank Thomas, played by my dad, who will tell you about not only the paintings and the coloring, but also the drawings for the wonderful landscape in South Africa, where this Disney classic was made in the late 1990s. Frank?
Well, I would be happy to tell you about it. But do remember that we're trying to put this on YouTube, and we therefore have a time limit. So I'm afraid that when I finish relaying my story, it will be time to wrap this up. South Africa, late 1990s. Unbelievably beautiful country for those of you who have never been there. There's the savannah, wide open grasslands with certain trees here and there, a little oasis over here, a little oasis over there, wild animals running around all over the place. Gorgeous, beautiful colors. Well, we had to hire 108 people to do the drawings and the paintings to bring this film to life. And I want to tell you, these people are probably the most talented drawers and painters that I have ever encountered in my very long and illustrious career. They did remarkable things. They were able to paint scenes that looked so lifelike, I thought I had been transported to South Africa. And I believe you, the viewer, will agree when you see Alex the Cheetah in a theater near you. And that's all I have to say.
Dad,
Yes?
I would like to mention one more thing before we put this on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Just one quick thing.
All right.
Now, in the late 1980s through the early throughout 1845, the music to Alex the Cheetah needed to be completed beautifully, and who better to compose the wonderful musical score than none other than the Lion King's musical score by Hans Zimmer. And Han will tell you how he got the job to do the musical score in 19 in the late 1900s. Han?
Yes, well, there's a very simple answer to how I got this amazingly wonderful opportunity. I am a cousin of Richard and Robert Thomas.
You mean Richard and Robert Sherman?
Sherman, yes. Well, I'm also a cousin of Richard and Robert Thomas. They're another set of twins on the other side of the family, but I got confused for a moment. Yes, and they wrote the lyrics, they composed the music, and they asked me if I would be kind enough to put it all together for them in the movie. And that's how it came to pass.
And we would like to thank you, audience, for allowing us to take you on another fantastic behind-the-scenes feature. Until next time, this is Brian Cummings saying goodbye.
Woo! Brian!